And the dermatologist was on speed dial, but I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action. Jackson rolling to his right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man complete. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And it's caught. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree, absolutely.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Set at the line for this next drive. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. And he's got room. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Justin Tucker is the kickoff for Baltimore.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Play action now. Mariota. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Second and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On third down, Mariota. Able to find Isabella. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake, Mariota. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Raiders. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports.
14-14.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 13-yard line.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Mariota now. And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They go play action with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Jackson from the shotgun. Forced out to his left. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson. Flushed out right. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter.
21 apiece. Justin Tucker to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum down.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, it doesn't matter where you put him, lined up in the backfield or split out like he was there. He can be a weapon when he gets that ball in his hands.
And we see plays like this quite a bit when you allow a quarterback to get out of the pocket, because it's really easy for a defender to lose sight of the receiver. His eyes often go to the quarterback maneuvering, and this time it led to a big play.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking the passing game was going to be in the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
First down, Ravens.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Here's second and a yard. Now a handoff for Dobbins.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter.
Justin Tucker, the kickoff for Baltimore.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They go play action. Mariota. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, Mariota eluding the pressure right. And he will find his man Ruggs. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Looking for Ruggs again, and he's got him again. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
14 more yards.
Mariota now to throw on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Mariota. Touchdown Raiders. John Ross in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up. And we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining and not much time, we'll see how they play this. An option handoff here to Dobbins. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Play action. It's Jackson sliding out of the pocket. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Jackson on first down. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And things are getting good now. We're heating up, tied at 35.
35-35. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Mariota. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Now 3rd down.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Throwing is Mariota. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run it and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Tucker now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Ravens 42, Raiders 35. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. To throw is Mariota. They'll roll him out right. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau.
Missed.
He will not go down. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is absolutely a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare as well because they spend all week preaching about the need to wrap up and make sure tackles. But what a letdown here, and it winds up costing them big yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Throwing, Mariota. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. Call call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Mariota again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown. Andy Isabella. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And it will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Offense set at the line for this next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. And he's got some space here. And just shedding him off there. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 50 yards. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Tucker now to add the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Next the score, Ravens 49, Raiders 42.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Play fake. Mariota. And that is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They go play action now. Jackson. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 41 yards. And the Ravens are looking as if they'll move it to 7-2 as they add on to this lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
Raiders 42. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Mariota to throw it. Catch made, it's Moreau. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Mariota now to throw on first down. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Jacobs, a 7-yard pickup.
To throw Mariota.
At the Ravens.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. They go play action. Mariota. And he will find his man Ruggs. Touchdown Raiders. Henry Ruggs. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
It's 56. Raiders 49.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. Down to the 25. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now Dobbins again on second down. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. in need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jackson to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here's Mariota. Able to connect with Jacobs.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
A gain of 12 yards. And a Raider first down.
Mariota.
Got a man. It's Darren Waller. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
To throw, Mariota.
And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Now Mariota.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Off the play fake, Mariota. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
And they can't connect, incomplete, but that stops the clock with 1 tick remaining here in this first half. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. One last shot now for Mariota. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, now he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So for Baltimore, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.